If you're even thinking about moving to the Colorado Springs area, you cannot afford to miss even 1 minute of this video. I'm Sean and this is Crystal, and not only are we your local real estate experts, but we're also your local natives. And between helping tons of people with real estate transactions on the buy side and watching this city evolve over the 30 plus years that we've both been here, there are so many key insights in this video that you can't afford to miss, so be sure to subscribe to the channel and watch this entire video. So being here for such a long period of time, we have seen this city evolve from just a small little place with not very many stores and not a ton of shopping to this massive community that still feels very family friendly. You still feel like you get the small city vibes in the big city, right? But one of the things that I would recommend to you guys, if I was to do everything over and move to Colorado Springs again today, is be sure to prioritize what is important to you. And one of those things to me and Crystal is going to be location over the house. I know when you're looking on Zillow, especially when you're out of state, and you see the fancy house with the big backyard or whatever it is that's important to you, you may not realize that it's not in an area that's super desirable for you. Do you want to touch on that a little bit more?
Well, I just think that it's hard, right? Because especially if you're a first-time home buyer, you've never purchased a house before. So you see something super cute, super shiny, maybe a little bit modern, or maybe like farm style, whatever type of house you're looking for. And you get super excited, and then you forget like to pay attention to the location.
Good morning, my neighbors!
And the biggest thing that we see when we're helping buyers that are relocating here to Colorado is that they look online and they think that they want property, right? They think that they want land, but because they see all this, oh, I could have horses and I could have chickens and I can have all this stuff. And then they find the house, right? And then they don't realize that, like, okay, I love this house, but it's in a community. It's in an HOA. I can't have chickens, right? And so you can change the paint color on your house. You have grass, you can put turf in, you can change that kind of stuff, but you can't change the fact that you don't have an acreage of land. You can't change the fact that you're not in a community that is very family friendly, if that's what you're looking for, right? So it's easy to kind of get sidetracked on that beautiful home and then forget about the location, or not think that maybe like the location is that important.
Yeah, and another thing that's super important to pay attention to is that Colorado Springs has a lot to offer in different areas.
Yeah, for sure.
So, for example, we do live on the east side of Colorado Springs. We're in an HOA, but 4 minutes away, you can have property, you can have cows and chickens and goats, acreage, 40 plus acres, whatever you need, you got it out there. But if you are looking for nature, specifically like mountains and trails and hiking and biking and things like that, I would not live on the east side. For good trails and good mountain biking and good whatever nature, I would say you're 30 minutes away at least, probably closer to 40. For me to get to the Manitou Incline, which is a pretty well-known feature here in Colorado, it takes me 45 minutes to drive there. Then you have to park at the base of the hill, and then you have to walk up for 15 more minutes. That is before you start your trek, which if you're in pretty good shape, I would say that you can do it in an hour. If you're doing it for the first time, I would plan for 2, and then you have to go down Bar Trail, which takes 45 more minutes, and then you have to walk to your car.
Guys.
It's a whole day thing. So if you want to be close to nature, live on the west side. If you want walkability, downtown Colorado Springs is great. We just got back from Miami. My favorite thing about Miami, it wasn't the prices, I can tell you that.
You guys, that's going to be a whole other subject if we're going to compare Miami to Colorado Springs, because you guys need to come here. You'll be rich.
But the walkability, we were literally on Miami Beach. I ran like 5 miles to South Point in the morning, which was the cobblestone was not great for my feet, but it was super fun still. But the walkability there was amazing. So if walkability is important to you in Colorado Springs, downtown is a great place to think. If you want commute, easy access to a Castle Rock or Denver, anywhere in that area, I would pick North Colorado Springs near like the Interquest area or even Monument, because you're going to be just a few minutes away from I-25, which is your main highway to go north and south. And you can just get that easy commute access. So it really just depends on what you want, but I would highly suggest prioritizing location over house, because Colorado Springs does have a ton to offer. So if you need a little bit of map guidance and getting your bearings on what there is to offer in Colorado Springs, call us, shoot us a text message, comment below. We're happy to share our insights with you because, like I said, we've been here for 30 plus years, so we've seen this place evolve. 43 for her, but you didn't hear that from me.
The next thing that I think is really important is to kind of jump on the opportunities that are at your fingertips right now, right? And right now could mean right this second, like today. And it also, it could mean whenever this video kind of hits you, right? But I think a big thing that people don't do, especially buyers that are coming here to Colorado Springs, they're nervous, right? They're nervous to buy sight unseen. They're nervous to come into a whole new town and not know the areas and not know what that kind of looks like. So then they miss out, right? They miss out on opportunities that are right now. And we hear all of the time, I'm going to wait it out, or I'm going to try to time the market. You can't, you guys. You truly cannot. If anybody could, they would be in a whole better situation, right? But it's just not reality. And I think a big thing that I can kind of talk about that happens is, new build incentives right now are insane. I just talked to a builder rep who they're offering a free basement upgrade. Like you get your whole basement done.
It's like $40,000 at least.
It's more than that. I just asked one of our contractors because we have a different buyer who is looking, and we're looking at pre-owned homes, right? And so I was like, hey, what is the going rate right now to finish a basement because the basement was unfinished? It's like $70 a square foot, you guys. That is insane. And builders are throwing that in where normally you would have to pay an extra $100,000 for it. So and that's just one tiny little incentive that's going on right now. Interest rates, they're doing a ton of incentives with dropping those rates, getting you into a lot lower monthly payment. And so if right now is the time, if you are in a good spot to be able to buy now, right? Now, if you're not, don't buy, but don't try to time the market. Don't try to wait to see like what's going to happen. You can't control it. So take advantage of those opportunities that are here right now, because I guarantee in 4 or 5 years, we've seen it happen. This is not us just blowing smoke up your butt. People come back to us and they're like, I wish I would have just listened. I wish I would have just, and those are the times where I wish we weren't right. Honestly, I like to be right, but those are the times where I wish we weren't right, because people do see like, oh, I should have taken advantage of that opportunity.
I have 3 things that I want to share with you. The first one is quick and easy. So my social media algorithm is obviously real estate trending focused. So I've seen this reel going around. It might be viral. It's just funny to me. So I'm going to recreate it for you, and you're going to watch it here in just a few seconds because it's pretty hilarious. It's just a few seconds. You'll totally understand it. But it speaks to the fact that the prices of homes continue to go up. And when you miss your opportunity, we still have friends to this day, since we've been in for how many years, 8 now, that haven't bought a house, that continue to say, I wish I would have bought last year. I wish I would have. I wish I would have too, right? Second thing, military PCSing to Colorado Springs. You have an opportunity to do some research prior to getting to the Colorado Springs area to figure out where you want to live, what type of home you're going to be, how close to the base do you want to be. So that's a huge opportunity for our military members. And third, this is one pretty unique opportunity that we just actually walked. It was in a new build community, but it's pretty unique. It's a home with an ADU, which is just an attached, like, separate living area.
Yeah.
And it was pretty unique because it has 2 separate addresses. So where my head goes with this is that cost of living is not going down, right? Our daughter is 20 years old and she still lives at home because cost of living is not going down. She's a full-time student in college and she has a part-time job, right? So where my head goes with this is if I was a family moving to the Colorado Springs area and the size of the home was appropriate for my family, and maybe I have like middle school or high school age kids, I would be thinking like, man, this is really cool. If we can live here as a family, and then when my kids are ready for college, they can have their own living area, and you can figure out if you want to charge them rent or not charge them rent, teach them responsibilities, or just let them do their own thing. Or
we won't get on that topic because Sean and I don't agree on that one.
But where my head goes is that like this is a great opportunity for them to live on their own. But they're not on their own, right? It's literally attached to your home, but there's 2 separate addresses, so they can like learn how to order from Amazon if they're not already doing that at 12 years old, or ship things to their house, have deliveries done so that it doesn't disrupt your primary living. And this is a huge opportunity. I can't remember if we shared this with you guys on YouTube or not. Flashback 5 years ago, if we had the opportunity to buy one of those style of homes,
Oh, yeah.
it would be great for us for the living situation in the family. And then also post that, if you wanted to do rentals or things like that, that's a huge opportunity as well.
Well, and then I'm even going to touch on this. We have several friends that have children that have special needs, right? And when they get 18, when they turn 18, they're not going to be able to live on their own.
Right.
It is an amazing opportunity to buy a house. And especially those ones, they were gorgeous. We literally walked it and Sean and I were like, we should have bought this. Obviously, it wasn't available at that time. But
If we could move to Colorado Springs again today, we would do it.
But like, what an amazing opportunity for you as parents to purchase a home where you're living in it, but then your special needs kid gets to kind of live on their own. And you're still there, right? So you still can help in whatever capacity that looks like, but they get a little bit of independence. They get to feel like they have their own space and their own home. And that's pretty freaking cool. And I hate to say affordable because it's hard to say Colorado is affordable, but for that
Affordable versus your affordable versus California's affordable versus Miami's affordable is a bunch of different affordable.
right. But I do think that it's an amazing opportunity for special situations where it could be something like that, or you have kiddos that are a little bit older that will probably be living with you for a while because it's expensive. Or if you're military or you're an investor and you're moving here to Colorado Springs, buy that as your primary residence, move when you PCS in 3 years, rent that sucker out and just start that income.
Or if you're a first-time home buyer and you can qualify for that type of home, then purchase the home and then rent out the secondary portion of it to help you offset your mortgage payment.
Yep.
There are so many different hacks. And where I was going with the force your kids to rent it portion and make them pay you, collect their money, right? And then save it for them in a piggy bank for a car or a down payment on a house or their college fund, or keep it, whatever you want to do. But I did want to touch on those just real quick because I know some of you are unfamiliar with like ADUs. So you have your main living house, right? It has everything that a living house does: kitchen, living room, bedrooms, right? Everything. And then the ADU portion is like a mini home. So you go up there, sometimes it's a loft, sometimes it's not, but you have like a living and a dining area, and then you have a primary bedroom and a bathroom. So it's kind of like a little suite, if that kind of helps tie the picture together. So tons of opportunities here in Colorado Springs, but you have to do it when the timing is right for you and your family. We would obviously never push you to do something that was irresponsible, but when the opportunities are there, if you see a new build incentive that you want to jump on, do it. If you see an ADU and it fits your family and the lifestyle, do it. Military PCSing here, you don't really have a choice, so take advantage of the opportunities.
Well, and you can use your VA loan, right? So that is a no down payment loan, right? That the government gives you for you sacrificing what you're sacrificing for. So take advantage of that and utilize it. And you guys, we just spit out a ton of information and some of it may be really foreign. Reach out to us. We'll answer all of your questions in depth. Obviously, we try to not take up your whole entire day on your screen, but we can go into a ton of different details on your situation, on what you're looking at, what you need for your family. Just reach out to us.
We also have a guide for relocating to Colorado Springs. So if you are interested in getting that, just comment below, comment the word guide, and we'll get it to you.
Yep.
All right, if you have made it this far, then this especially applies to you because you clearly like to do your research. If I was to relocate to Colorado Springs again today, the first thing that I would do after you watch this video is reach out to your local expert, which is myself and Crystal. And the reason being, technology is so great today. Artificial intelligence is so powerful today. But the reason that you need the person with the boots on the ground with the real life experience is because you can't just ask ChatGPT all the questions and have all the answers. For example, there was a 4-way stop sign that was literally put up outside our community yesterday. ChatGPT does not know about that. It is going to save tons of lives because there was a ton of accidents there. So this is a huge positive for the community. But if you are not working with someone who's boots on ground that has lived here, both as a real estate agent and prior to that as just a regular person that's enjoying the pros and worrying about the cons of the Colorado Springs area, you are going to get so many different perspectives from your local experts.
Yeah, and I mean, like Sean said, right? AI is insane. You guys, ChatGPT is my best friend. So we don't deny that. We don't deny like not utilizing the resources that you have, but use those in conjunction with using us. And the amount of stuff that we can give you and help you with versus what technology can do is completely different, right? If this is your first video that you're watching of us,
Welcome.
welcome. But you'll quickly realize that we're super transparent. But we want to get to know you. We want to understand what you need, why you need it, right? And so we want to meet face to face, whether that's on a Zoom, whether that's in person. We just met with one of our viewers at a hotel. We'll accommodate you in whatever you need, right? But you can't get a relationship off of chatting. Sorry.
That's what she calls her chat.
That is, and if you don't name your chat GPT, you should. That should be your first step. But anyway, Zillow, they don't build a relationship with you. They're just going to sell your information to hungry agents, right? So if you want a real connection, if you really want someone boots on the ground, which you should, because especially if you're relocating from somewhere else, you're going to want to know the expertise of two natives living here. And we want to be those people to help you when the time is right. And if the time is not right now, and maybe it's next year, because that happens a lot, right? Still reach out to us. Let's come up with a game plan. We may not be texting every single day, but reach out to us. Let us kind of guide you to figure out what you can do now, and or at least a game plan of what to do.
Well, and we also love to hear your guys' personal stories, where you're at in life today, where you want to be in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, because that decision to buy a home is totally going to change based on where you're at today and where you want to go. So if you were to just do your own research and say, oh yeah, this is the spot for me, it could be only 2 or 3 years before you start saying, oh man, like this isn't my favorite spot.
Well, and we even, sorry to interrupt, but
She interrupted me.
No, I'm not. We just got done talking to someone, and they're like, I lived in Colorado Springs 20 years ago. And they're like, I really want this. And I'm like, oh, that's not what it is,
right.
What it was 20 years ago. And so use us. That's kind of, just contact us and let us help you.
Well, and even for us on the outskirts of Colorado Springs and Peyton, right? Like Peyton is not the outskirts of Colorado Springs anymore. It is the expansion of Colorado Springs. Interquest is the same thing. Monument is the same thing.
Yep.
Like this city is just continuing to grow and adapt and evolve, but all of those changes come with good and bad things, right? So before you start to try to do your own research, call us and we can probably answer your question in 60 seconds, and we can also tailor it to exactly what you and your family need.
For sure.
So if we were to relocate or move to Colorado Springs again today, those are some of what we would consider the top considerations that you need to keep in mind for that move, because it is a crazy transition. Moving is one of the most stressful times in your life. Buying a house is extremely stressful as it is. It makes it a little bit easier when you have your team of professionals with you. But we just want to make sure that you guys have the guidance and the support and the tools and knowledge to be able to make this transition successful, and also pick an area of the city that is really specific to you and your family's needs. So again, if you have questions, comments, concerns about moving to the Colorado Springs area, you know how to get in touch with us, 719-238-1771. Subscribe to the channel because we put out new videos every single week, Colorado Springs related. And until next time,
Yeah, we'll see you on the next one.
we will see you in the next video.